Shampa, first year Medico at Preperation Government Medical College and Hospital. And in this video, I'll be guiding you guys out through a case scenario. We can practice or do these kind of case scenario discussions in the upcoming videos as well. So here's a case scenario which most of the NEET aspirants face. You haven't finished your syllabus of the test, and now just few days are left for your test. You are very confused about whether you should attempt the test or not. So let me guide you guys out. Firstly, do not panic. This is one of the most common scenarios which you as a NEET aspirant would face, and which all of us have faced who are standing over here successful, crack NEET. And sometimes it might happen that you are a few lectures away. Sometimes it might happen that due to any kind of reasons, known or unknown, you fell back and now you have a lot of lectures lined up. What I used to do is that I would line up those lectures each day. For example, like if I have a backlog of so-called 10 lectures, then I would complete it up in 10 days, one lecture each day. Or maybe if I have weekends, then I'm going to spare more time to cover up those lectures in my weekends. So try to cover things up in the smallest time period as possible. Okay. But if you are lagging behind in a great way, like for example, if you are behind an entire chapter, then that is something which is problematic. Let me tell you how. If it is so that you are lagging behind an entire chapter just because you procrastinated and you didn't follow your lectures, you thought that studying is boring and I won't do it. So if that's the reason, then it's really bad and I don't know how far you can go. But if it was like that you started late due to certain reasons and you missed out maybe one of the the initial chapters which are there in your lesson plan, then I think it's easy for you to cover up, and mostly the chapters which are there in the beginning can be mostly covered by people easily. Those are not that much difficult, those are not that much lengthy. Secondly, depending on how many chapters and how much of the syllabus, what percentage of the syllabus of the test has been covered by you, go for the test. That is, if you haven't done maybe, for example, 2 to 3 chapters out of the 7 chapters or 8 chapters which are there in your test, definitely go for the test. Okay, and do not think that those 2 to 3 chapters which you haven't even touched can be done by any last minute brush up. No, as I always say, last minute brush ups are only for those chapters which you have done previously but you did not get time to revise, or which you have revised but you have this tendency to forget certain data, certain information of that chapter. That is what your last minute brush ups are for. Those are not for the chapters which you have left. Confidently go for the exam. Do not spend time thinking about the chapters which you didn't even touch. You'll be doing great at it. But if you stand nowhere near the starting line, that is, you for example haven't done 5 to 6 chapters, then kindly do not go for the test. Take your time, sit back at home, prepare the chapters, and make sure that you definitely sit for the next test. So surely in these kind of situations, the amount of hard work which you need to put in is more. That is, now you need to ensure that you not just complete this test syllabus, but you also prepare yourself diligently for the next test. Alright, and this is very much doable. I think if you study diligently in such kind of scenarios, if you are putting in more work, like studying 10 hours diligently, only to your preparation, only to your self-study, then I think you can cover up for these kind of situations. And it's November has set in. And definitely you have less burden for lectures and hence more time for self-study. Third point, there are many who get into this vicious loop where they feel free after skipping one test, and so they keep on doing it in the upcoming tests as well. And in this way, they keep on skipping test after test and ultimately fall into a place where they haven't done any syllabus, they haven't gone through the chapters, or they do not practice MCQs because they do not have the fear of attempting tests, right? So what can really ensure that you do not somehow fall into this vicious loop? It's you, your determination, and your confidence in yourself that you will be able to pull yourself up, that you will be able to go for the next test without any hesitation. It's all human. We have done it up to this point, you too can. And fourth point, that there is one other cycle, just like this vicious cycle, which is very much undesirable by most of the students out there. There is one other cycle. This one is a good one, okay? It's not that much ugly. It's a cycle of confidence. That is, you do better in your tests, and once you finally get the score which is very much able to bring a smile on your face, you keep getting your hopes up, and you now know what is your potential. You know you can reach up to that point. You know how much you have to study and where you missed out, what points you need to work on more to increase the score. You always look upwards now that you are at a point, okay? And you keep on working more and more, you keep on getting better or perhaps almost about that same desirable marks in your tests, and this further boosts your confidence and you keep on getting better. So this is one other cycle, the cycle of confidence. It's a good one. And you guys need to wait for you to witness this pretty cycle, okay? You can witness the cycle. Once you manage to keep your patience up till the month of April or March, that is when your hard work starts paying off finally. All right, this stage, these 2 months, November and December, these are going to be the worst months. You'll be getting the worst of your scores, and you'll be like, you may keep on failing. You may keep on, like, sometimes you maybe have to skip 1 or 2 tests because you are lagging behind. You'll have your backlogs and mental depression or any other problems. All the problems of your life will start appearing during this phase, and you will feel to quit. Even I did. Even though I wanted to step into this profession so much, but for me, it was this field and the interests of the human body which dragged me. So even though I was that much passionate, still I know most of you guys over there are maybe even more passionate than me, but you guys somehow might feel that you have to quit and that it's not your cup of tea. But how do you know? You haven't even reached up to the finishing line. You don't even know. You're judging yourself on the basis of some mental some mental image which you have drawn about yourself in your mind. Do not follow that image. It's okay. You're all gonna feel like that. You're gonna sit back and you're gonna think bad about yourself, but get up. Even though you're bad, you need to get up and you need to do your work. You are here, you have stepped in, you need to reach the finishing line, no matter how fast or how slow, but you have to do it. Thank you.